Hello everyone, welcome to CodeChef. Myself Jwala Chaurasi and today we are going to solve the problem which came into starters 196. The name of the problem is more cookies and the problem code is more cook. The difficulty rating of the problem is cakewalk and the prerequisite is at all. Let's start with reading the problem statement over here. So guys, problem says Alice along with n of her friends visited a bakery. There Alice initially bought C cookies and the ith friend bought A of I cookies. Alice is quite competitive, so she will only be happy if at least one friend has strictly less cookies than her and no other friend has equal cookies to her. What is the minimum number of extra cookies Alice must buy to ensure that she is happy? Input format. The first line of input will contain a single integer t denoting the number of test cases. Each test case consists of two lines of input. The first line of each test case contains two space-separate integers n and c, where n represents the number of friends and c represents the number of cookies Alice bought initially. The second line contains n space-separate integers a1, a2, a of n, the count of the cookies bought by Alice's friends. The output format for each test case output on a new line. The answer, the minimum number of extra cookies Alice must buy. Constraint for t lies from 1 to 100, for n lies from 1 to 100, for c lies from 1 to 100, and a of I lies from 1 to 100. So guys, now let's understand the sample test case of the question more precisely over here. So guys, this question is pretty much straightforward to understand. It says that Alice, along with n of her friends, visited up some bakery, okay? And initially she bought some C cookies, and the ith friend bought A of I cookies, and she is competitive. So she will be only happy if at least one of her friend has less cookies than her, and none of the friends have same cookies. Okay, so we have to find what is the minimum number of extra cookies she must buy that it satisfies this condition. Okay, now let's take the first test case. In the first test case, we have got n 3. So n is 3, c is 5, the number of cookies Alice has, and this is the number of friends, and the each friends have these cookies. Okay, so let's say Alice has initially 5. Okay, so to satisfy these, yeah, if let's say Alice gets one more cookie or buys one more cookie, that is total 6 cookie. So this satisfies the first condition as 6 is lesser than 10, as the first friend has more cookies than Alice and none of the friend has equal cookie like this. So how many more cookie she has to buy such that this condition is satisfied? Only one more cookie, right? So output is 1. Okay, so as you can see over here. Now let's take one more test case. Okay, so let me write n c, n is 4, then 6, then 6, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so Alice has 6. Okay, mm, okay, cool. So Alice has 6 cookies initially. So she must buy 3 cookies to reach a total of 9, which no other friend has. Okay, so cake, this condition will satisfy if she buys more 3, right? Because even she buys 7, then this is 7 is here and even 8. So she has to go till 9 minimum. So this condition satisfy the second one. Any one of them should satisfy. Okay. So how many more cookies? 3. The output is simply 3. So guys, I think the test cases are pretty much clear. Now let's move toward the simple solution. So let m equal to minimum of a with a minimum number of cookies some friend of Alice has, okay? And as long as Alice has at least m plus 1 cookies, the first condition will be satisfied, right? So we are trying to minimize the number of cookies Alice buys. So we have the following algorithm. Let y denote the final number of cookies Alice has, start with y equal to x. Then if let's say if y is lesser than equal to minimum of a, no friend has less cookie than Alice, so increase y by 1 and try again. Similarly, if some friend has y cookies, which can be checked by iterating through all n friends, we will increase y by 1 and try again. And if y is greater than minimum of a, no friend has y cookies. The final number of cookies is y, so the number of cookies bought will be y minus x. And once this is reached, we will stop. So let's say all friends have lesser than 100 cookies. So we will surely stop at y equal to 101. at most. So this was the question. So this is fast enough. So this we can go for the solution. So guys, I think the solution is pretty much clear. Now let's move toward the simple C++ code. Okay. So this is my simple C++ code for the question. So, so over here, I took the input for all the test cases and took the input in my array as well as over here. I initialized an unordered set, a name is element, and this minimum value initialized to some bigger values. Okay. I'm running a for loop and taking the input, the array, and as well as storing into my unordered set and getting the minimum throughout that. I'm initializing integer y equal to x, and over here I'm going through my conditions, and at the last I'm simply printing y minus x. And as you can see that guys, I have got my C++ code right. Now let's move toward the Python code. So guys, this is my similar Python code. I took the input for all the test cases as well as input for n, x. Over here, took the input for my array. Yeah, and if I'm checking, getting in, I've initialized y equal to x over here and getting through my while loop, and at the last I'm simply printing y minus x. And as you can see that guys, I have got my Python code as well as right. So guys, I think the solution, the code and the approach was pretty much clear. Now let's meet in the next video. Thank you so much guys for watching our videos.